I'm going to debunk 7 lies that we've heard about weightlifting and older people that might be keeping you from achieving the best level of fitness possible. And stick around for number 7 because that might be the one that you're telling yourself. Okay, well, let's just dive right in. So the number 1 probably most often stated thing about weightlifting and older people is that it's dangerous. In fact, this morning I Googled what exercises should seniors avoid, and I got a whole list, and included in that list was deadlifts, bench press, basically all the basic muscle building lifts that you do with weights. However, there's not one study, there's not one bit of scientific evidence that I can find anywhere, and they certainly don't cite any there, that says that these exercises are dangerous for older adults, for seniors. In fact, there's plenty of studies that show quite the opposite is true. That in fact, one of the biggest things you can do, one of the most important things you can do as you age to combat some of the ravages of time is build muscle. And there's probably not anything that does a better job of building muscle than resistance training, and weights are without a doubt the best way to get in your resistance training. If you want to build muscle, lift heavy weights. That's number 1. Okay, so let's get into number 2. You can't lose weight by lifting weights. Wrong. Happens all the time. People routinely lose weight lifting weights. First of all, if you're older and your body composition has changed to where you've lost muscle and gained fat, then you can certainly benefit by changing your body composition. And by changing your body composition, I mean by adding muscle. There's nothing more effective for adding muscle than resistance training. And resistance training with weights is proven to be the best way to gain muscle. Losing weight will be more about what you do in the kitchen than it will be what you do exercising. Even running, if you can run, just the amount of actual running you'd have to do to lose weight to be more effective than lifting weights. If you run for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe you're going to burn 300 or 400 calories. Think about how much of that you're going to have to do just to burn one 3,500 calorie pound of body fat. It's a lot of running. On the other hand, by building muscle, by changing your body composition, every pound of muscle that you gain, not only going to make you look better and feel better, but it's also burning more calories each day just as it exists. So just by the virtue of having that muscle, you're going to burn more calories during every single day without any additional effort. Okay, so on to number 3. Number 3 is the age-old argument that cardio is more important than lifting weights, than muscle. It's an argument that's common around fitness circles, and the reality is you need both of those things. You need to have cardiovascular health, and you need strength, and you need muscle as you age in order to age better, in order to be completely fit and be able to do all the things that you want to do. But if you had to pick one over the other, weight training will also check all the boxes. It stimulates your heart, stimulates your lungs, and it stimulates your muscles. There's nobody I've ever seen that came away from a set of heavy deadlifts, heavy for them, heavy whatever it is for that individual, 8 to 10 reps, and they weren't breathing hard and their heart rate wasn't elevated. It does stimulate everything. Not maybe as much, not the long distance running kind of stimulation, but you're going to get stimulation on all fronts by lifting weights. So you don't need to make a choice, but you do need to realize that cardio isn't more important than lifting weights. If there is an argument to be made there, lifting weights would be more important. And if you're doing both, if you lift weights first, it'll be way more effective, and then do your cardio if you're doing it on the same day. So don't get trapped in that argument, cardio versus lifting weights. Well, let's get into number 4. Strength training is hard on your joints. Nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, strength training does a whole bunch of things good for your joints. Strength training preserves the mobility of your joints because you're pushing your joints through the range of motion. that they're intended to be pushed through. If you already have arthritis, strength training isn't going to do anything to exacerbate or to make it worse. It's just going to do a lot of things that improve it. It strengthens the muscle around the joints. It strengthens the bone. It helps improve bone mass around the joints, and it reduces the inflammation just by virtue of getting blood flowing through the system. So just to sum that all up, if you have advanced arthritis already, strength training isn't going to do anything to make that worse, but it could do a lot of things to help it, including, once again, improved muscle mass around the joints, improved mobility in the joint, and improved bone mass. All good things. Okay, so let's move on to number 5. Now this one is one that's not necessarily just for weight training, but it's fitness in general. And this is the lie that we need to have a balance in life. Well, first of all, let's talk about what a balance is. A balance is a device that finds the balance between the worst and the best. So what does that do? It makes an average. It makes you average, mediocre, right down the middle. That's where balance is found. Purpose of this whole channel is not to make you be average. It's not to make you be one of the statistics that already exist. Purpose is to help you become better than average, to help you live a better life, and to help you maybe drive those statistics to a new level to where they ought to be instead of where they are. I mean, nobody really wants to get up and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to put in my best effort today to be average. Nobody really wants that. But it does take intestinal fortitude, it takes discipline, and it takes commitment, and it takes a purpose to get beyond just being average. The reason that there's, in every activity in the world, there's 97 percenters, and then there's the top 2-3%, the Michael Jordans of the world, is because they aren't average. All those other people are average. There's some that are really bad, there's some that are reasonably good, and then there's the bulk that's average. Don't waste your time being average. Balance is overrated. Go full speed at everything and get the most out of life. You only get one shot at this. So that's my take on balance. It's bunk. Okay, number 6. This one's a little bit of a tough one for me because I believe in this a little bit. And the myth, the lie, is that you can get all of the benefits from just body weight exercises. So first of all, I'm a big proponent of body weight exercises. If you are not physically conditioned at all, especially, it's a great place to start because body weight exercises are resistance exercises. The difference between what you can accomplish with body weight exercises and what you can accomplish with resistance exercises using weights is that your body weight is limited to whatever your body weight is. So the amount of resistance, for instance, if you can do 10 push-ups with ease, then you're really not pushing your muscles to the level that really stimulates the fibers that result in the biggest amount of growth in your muscles. So that's where weights come in. I mean, body weight exercises are great. You can get in great physical condition doing those, but you can get in even better, above average, above that balance if you incorporate weights. Now, is it critical that you use barbells and dumbbells? No, it's not. You can also use weights that exist in nature. You can pick up a transmission. You can pick up an axle. There's lots of different things. It's the nice thing about weights is that it's a controlled environment. They're designed for you to be able to do with a great deal of safety to be able to do the exercises that you would do that stimulate muscle growth. So I am a proponent of body weight exercises. I think they're great, and I think everyone should incorporate them into their fitness program because even when you're out traveling, when you're out, you just don't have to have equipment to at least get your workout in. But if you really want to go to the next level, if you want to build some bigger muscles, if you want to really stave off the ravages of sarcopenia and the things that the muscle loss that happens with age, incorporate weights into your workout and do resistance exercises that take you to failure or close to failure within that 6 to 10 repetitions program. And now number 7. This one is the most pernicious, the most widely used by ourselves to prevent us from ever picking up a weight. And that is, it's too late. If you're out of shape, you've let yourself go, life has gotten in the way and just proceeded, and here you find yourself overweight, weak. You get up in the morning, everything hurts. You kindly resolved yourself to the fact that it's too late. I just can't. It makes a great excuse, doesn't it? It's too late. I'm past my prime. I can't make this happen. Well, at 64 years old, I can assure you that at least at 64 years old, it's not too late. I'm going to show you some people now that are older than me that are making it happen with weights. And then I just want to leave you with this last comment. I don't believe it's ever too late. Until they put you in the grave, I don't believe it's ever too late. I think we can always, in fact, it's part of the meaning of life, I think, is that we should strive to improve every day. We should strive to improve our minds and our bodies and to improve the world around us. And if we have a strong mind and a strong body, that allows us to be capable of improving the world around us. Thanks for watching.